Hello, and welcome back to Wonderland Asylum. We're back with issue 65 of the Hachette Partworks release of Titanic, the ship, the legend. So, what's in the magazine for issue 65? Umbria and Etruria? Combining tradition with modernity. Apparently, ships that were owned by White Star. Again, some further artist renderings. I think these ones are actually Cunard ones. Umbria and Etruria are Cunard line, not White Star. Sorry. So, quite a lot about them, actually. Shipping of the era. And then fame on film for the same. That was the Umbria in Liverpool before departing for New York in 1902, apparently. And then we're on to the instructions. So, let's see what's in today's box. Okay, so in the box we have a big brown envelope, a little brown envelope, some LM screws, 2 of them, some IM screws, 2 of them, and some AM screws, 3 of them. Okay. In the smaller envelope, we have another metal bracket for the hull, and in the bigger envelope, we have the next keel piece. But that's not all we're doing today. We're going to need some other parts from previous issues. So I'll get them all together. We also need the boat deck and the existing hull. So I'll get everything we need and I'll be back in just a sec. Okay, so here we have the boat deck. We also need these vent pieces that we got in previous issues. I think these came in issue 60. We need the 2 benches that we got, I think it was last time. We need this pipe, and we need these 2 pieces of cowling. And I think that is everything we need. We are also, however, going to need the tiniest wee bit of glue, but that is only for the benches. The rest of the bits, they sit quite nicely if they're anything like the bits we've dealt with before. It's just the benches don't like to sit. Should really have got the glue out before I started, shouldn't I? That is just the tiniest wee drop we need on this occasion. But the first thing we need is the more intricate looking pipe work, which is this one here. And it is going, I believe it's going on this side here. You can see there are 2 small holes just on that side of the funnel there. And this is just going into these 2 holes. Nice and easy, and that should line up with a lift up so you can see with the piping that we put in last time. And then now this is a task. Turn the boat deck round. Easier said than done, but mind you, it does look magnificent looking along the length of it. Anyway, so set that there, and then we have this piece which goes in the other side to this. There's a wee hole just there. The first pin goes in and the second one lines up with the hole in that pipe there. I don't like how that's sitting, so I'm going to apply a little bit of glue just to the top of the pipe here and stick it to the funnel, just because I don't want it poking out. I think it looks rather silly. So I'll just hold it in place. There we go. That's better. I didn't like the way it was poking out, so stuck that down. Okay. Next, what we need is this piece here. And again, out of sheer silliness, I'm going to turn the boat deck around because it's easier for you to see. There is more room going off in that direction, so it's easier for me to have the bit we need in frame, which is here. There are two, I'll lift up and show you. There's a hole just there beside that vent, and then there are two holes just behind the funnel, and that's where this pipe's going. Again, I'll put it in, dry fit, and see if it's going to need glue. Nope, it absolutely is not. It fits in very nicely. It looks just like that. Then we have the vent cowling, and it, I believe, is going in the front here. Yes, it is indeed. The way it sits is so the bit that almost looks like an overhang goes to the front, and the flat piece should line up with the funnel. Again, they're curved, so you can tell pretty easily what way they go. I don't like the way they sit. In my opinion, they are too far away from the funnel. I think the vent should connect to the funnel, but hey ho. There's a millimetre gap or so. Again, tolerances you can kind of forgive. But yeah, again, nice wee bit of detail in there. And the final bit is two benches to go in the back of the boat deck, just here. Get my glue back over. I had to move it when I had the deck in the road. And the benches are facing forward, so you can sit on the bench at the back of the boat deck and look all the way forward. I would have thought they'd point backwards so you could look out the back of the ship, but apparently not. I suppose the boat deck's fairly far forward, so you'd still have a load of decking behind you if that was the case. I suppose it makes sense in a way. Oh, see, I didn't realise we were doing that at this time. Interesting. Need to turn the boat deck around. Now you'll notice I haven't put the funnel tops, like the wee vent bits on the funnels. I didn't see the point at the moment. I've kept them safe. But the next thing we need is the two sections of the bridge. Now, I won't go into my opinions on these. I know there's quite a bit of controversy. People are not very happy about them, but it is what it is. I'm using them just now. People are doing 3D printed versions. I may get one of them later. But they clip in to place quite easily. And again, you've got the two pins there. And these two holes should line up with the pillars, hopefully. Yeah, it lines up alright. Yeah, it doesn't look great, does it? Okay. We'll see if they decide to resolve that, or if I'm going to have to buy a third-party printed piece, because that back bit is a lot higher sitting than the front bit. Right, okay. It does push down. You just need to be fairly firm with it. Okie dokie. Alrighty, that's fine. So, that is looking just like that. And it's still not, for me it's still not sitting flush enough. That's better. Yeah. And then all the way along you can see the detailing we added to the vents and the two little benches at the back. Again, I'm really impressed with how the boat deck is looking. She does look great. And the next thing we need is the hull. Now ordinarily I do take the forecastle deck off because I do keep it on there for storage purposes, but for the purpose of today's video I'll just leave it on. Now again, we've one LM screw, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get my screwdriver in with the Allen head. Hopefully I will. I will certainly do my best, because I don't really want to mess about with a ALM screw, but we'll see. We'll see how it works. So one LM screw. The best way is for me to turn the hull around so you can see what I'm doing, at least to some degree. So again, lining up this side's a lot more challenging than the other side was, or maybe just the part isn't quite the right shape. Maybe? Hold on. There we go. That's it now. You can see the LM screw goes in there, then the IM screw goes in the bottom one. So let's see. Again, going to extend my screwdriver out and see if I can get this in from up here. No, I think it's going to be just too steep an angle. Yeah, I'm going to need to use the horrible Allen key, I'm afraid. I believe the phrase rhymes with clucking bell, to quote Edwin Blackadder. I hate using Allen keys, because as I've mentioned before, you can't really get a full turn with them. Actually, if I can put it in this way, it might work a bit easier. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, you can't really see too much. So, and just for the final bit, put it in lengthways because it lets you get more torque on it. There we go. That's it. That's as tight as it's going to get, unfortunately. No, I'm not happy with that. These things are so bloody horrible. Right, that's it. And now fortunately for the other screw, which is an IM screw, and it goes in just there, that I can use my screwdriver to put in. Now, I think this is the maximum width of the hull. I don't think the hull gets any wider than this at any point. Which isn't ideal, but not like with Bismarck, where the hull was very, very wide at the centre point, so you could actually fit your screwdriver all the way in. I think it's going to be a case that's going to be very difficult to attach all these hull pieces all the way along, so I may look into something else, because that's not going to work out. I'm not going to be happy using the Allen key for all of it. There we go. Again, this one's a Phillips head. Infinitely easier. There we go. Okay, so that's that in. Just like that, and now that matches all the way along. It does look fantastic, it really does. And I believe the final thing that we need to do, yes indeed, is get out the AM screws, or at least 2 of the 3, because as always, Hachette are very kind, and we are going to be fitting the bracket. Again, it's going on there. You're not going to be able to see if I do it like that. So again, turn the ship around. If only the real ship had been able to turn that quickly. But then I suppose we wouldn't be building the model, would we? Interesting way to look at it. But yeah, there we go. So again, goes on there, held on with 2 AM screws. And the second one. Go. Here we are. And that is the bracket one, which of course will hold another cross member like this, which we will support the deck with. And, believe it or not, that is us for issue 65. So, that's us for issue 65. What's coming in issue 66? You may have guessed, the upper section of the hull and the other bracket. So not too much to do in that one. I think we've finished with the additional deck details and everything. But yeah, there will be issues obviously all the way along through the build where there's not a lot to do. So let's say the next one we're just fitting the hull plating and the bracket, and I think that's it. So not a long one, but very, very impactful. As you can see, that's how the hull is looking, and I've got the forecastle deck and the forward well deck mounted on the hull now, so you can kind of see how it's going to look. And then obviously you'll have your promenade deck here, and your boat deck will sit just up there. But yep, very, very, very important issue. Again, we did fit the roof to the bridge. I'm on a lot of the Facebook groups for the Titanic build. I know a lot of people are very, very unhappy with the roof of the bridge. It is what it is. I'll leave it until I see a better alternative. But yeah, thanks as always for watching. Any comments, criticisms, or if you fancy just saying hello, then drop it below. Please do leave me a like and subscribe to the channel to see this and future builds. Now, bit of a whine, unfortunately. Not that you'll believe it, but I was going to finish the Ecto 1. That was my decision, was I was going to go ahead, finish the Ecto 1. I was up to pack 12, I think it was. So pack 13 would have been the next one. And I was due to receive my display base with the next delivery, and obviously then the case to cover the whole build when it was finished would have come towards the end of the build. I queried with Fanhome and got very unsatisfactory answers, and then eventually they said, nah, you're not getting it unless you start from stage 1. I said, well, no, I'm not going to do that because I'm already at stage 12. That would be a complete waste of money. Then you're not getting your base. So I politely told them to ram it, and I politely told them I will not be building any more of their builds because their attitude is stinking. So, yeah, unfortunately, I will look at other things, see if there's anything else I fancy, but I probably will be sticking to either Agora Models or Hachette Partworks because they're the only ones I've found that aren't an absolute pain in the backside to deal with. So, yeah. But yeah, do join me for the rest of Titanic and anything else that may come along, but sadly won't be the Ecto 1 and won't be anything else from Fanhome. But thanks for watching, thanks for listening to me rant, and as always, peace out, guys.